Everything we've been taught about the beginning of the world might be just one side of a much thicker book, because maybe the Big Bang wasn't the beginning. Maybe it was the end of something that came before. A shadow of ancient universes we no longer remember. Background radiation, cold spots, strange patterns. These aren't mistakes. They might be traces of old cycles, cracks in the illusion of a fresh start. If that's true, we are not children of birth. We are echoes. In this video, we'll piece together all the evidence, theories of the big bounce, traces of previous universes, models suggesting that death doesn't mean the end, just another reset. And the question we'll ask at the end will be different than usual. Not, where do we come from? But rather, how many times have we already been here? Since childhood, we've been taught one story. There was nothing. Then bang! And the universe was born? But what if that's not quite true? What if the Big Bang wasn't a beginning, but just another stage? Like a heart that doesn't beat once, but pulses again and again. What is the big bounce? It's the theory that the universe didn't arise from nothing. It simply collapsed, reached a critical point, and bounced back, like a spring, like a ball falling and shooting back up. Not a birth, a reset. What about the evidence? Lack of smoothness in the background radiation. If the Big Bang was a true beginning, everything should be perfectly uniform. But the cosmic microwave background has wrinkles, tiny fluctuations, as if something already existed and left its fingerprint behind. The principle of information conservation. Physics dislikes things disappearing. Even black holes, which seem to erase everything, might release information. So why would an entire universe vanish without a trace? Maybe it's simply stored in the next cycle. Penrose's model, Conformal Cyclic Cosmology, CCC, Sir Roger Penrose, Nobel Prize winner, proposed a wild theory. The universe is a series of eons, cycles of birth and death. When one ends, another begins. No real end, no real beginning. According to his research, hidden patterns from ancient aeons might be imprinted in the cosmic microwave background, traces of black holes from previous universes. Yes. It's possible that in the sky we see not only our birth, but someone else's farewell. So the question is, was it really the Big Bang or the last breath of a previous universe? Because if the universe truly rebounds over and over, the real question isn't how did it start? It's how many times have we lived this already? The universe is expanding. Galaxies are fleeing. Space is growing. But what if it's just a phase? What if expansion won't last forever? According to some cosmological models, expansion could eventually stop. Not today, not tomorrow, but someday. The universe could stop growing, and then it would start shrinking. Is there any evidence? Dark energy observations are incomplete. Dark energy, the mysterious force pushing the universe apart, might not be constant. Studies suggest its intensity could decrease. And if it drops below a certain threshold, gravity would take over again. The universe would halt and then collapse. The Big Crunch model, according to some theories, including the expanding collapsing Friedman models, if the universe's mass exceeds a critical value, expansion turns into contraction, meaning everything we know, galaxies, stars, planets, would start drawing closer together, until finally, everything is crushed into a single giant point. A cosmic singularity. Why all this? It's not about why in terms of purpose, it's about why in terms of mechanism. The universe could be a closed cycle, expansion, halt, contraction, big bounce, new universe, like breathing, like a heartbeat, like the rhythm of reality. And now the question that changes everything. What if right now we are living in the breath between two universes? Are we a product of expansion or already a fragment of future collapse? And what will happen to us when the universe starts breathing in reverse? You look at the sky, you see starlight, galaxies, cosmic background radiation, a remnant of the Big Bang. But what if there are other traces hidden there? What if some patterns don't come from our universe? What if you're looking at the ghosts of a former reality? Any evidence? Cold spots in the cosmic microwave background. In 2004, the WMAP probe and later ESA's Planck mission observed strange anomalies. One especially on the so-called cold spot, an unusually cold area, can't be explained by the standard Big Bang model. Scientists suspect it might be the imprint of a collision with another universe. From a previous cycle of reality, Penrose's CCC theory. Roger Penrose takes it further. He claims that traces from previous universes, such as circular patterns in the background radiation, are clearly visible in space probe data. According to Penrose, these circles are remnants of black holes from before the last big bounce. Cosmic ghosts that shouldn't exist, but do. Information doesn't disappear. According to fundamental quantum physics, information cannot be destroyed. So if the universe collapsed and bounced, information from it must have survived somehow. Where? In the geometry of space, in quantum fields, perhaps even in the background radiation itself. Has anyone tried to read it? In 2018, physicists from Oxford University published research suggesting that patterns in the microwave background might be reflections of events from previous universe cycles. Meaning, what we see might not be just our universe's past, it might be remnants of another world. The biggest question at the end, what if the whole universe is one big cosmic Matryoshka doll? A universe inside a universe. A trace within a trace, a story within a story. And then the strangest question arises, is what you see in the sky really yours, or are you looking at a fragment of history that shouldn't even exist anymore? Everything that exists will one day end. Your life, stars, even the universe. But what if the end isn't death? What if the death of the universe isn't the final chapter? What if it's just a new beginning? How might the universe die? Big crunch. If gravity wins, the universe's expansion stops and it collapses. Everything meets again. Stars, galaxies, even atoms, all compressed into one point. A singularity just like at the beginning of time. But here's a twist. That point might not be the end, but the beginning of a new Big Bang. Big Rip. Another option, the universe expands faster and faster, so fast that space itself tears apart, atom by atom. Everything ceases to exist. Sounds like the end? According to some physicists, even that could spark a new universe, like a destroyed canvas ready for a new painting. Big freeze. Another vision, the universe keeps expanding endlessly. Stars die. Black space, absolute zero, no motion, no energy. But according to physicist Sean Carroll, even absolute emptiness might not be stable. One quantum event could make everything start again. Evidence? Scientific models? Roger Penrose, Lee Smolin, Neil Turok all propose that the universe is cyclical, birth, growth, death, and rebirth. Turok's ekpyrotic model suggests that the Big Bang resulted from the collision of two universes. One cycle ends, another begins. There's no true end, only reset. Penrose argues that even if the universe dies of cold, the geometry of reality would allow another restart. The biggest mystery, what if we are currently living through a cycle that's ending? Or what if we're the first breath of something just being born? And the question that could change the way you see the world, is your existence the beginning of a story or its end? Look around you with stars, galaxies, people, your room, this screen. Now ask yourself, are you sure you're seeing it for the first time? What if the universe you live in is not the first edition, but just one of many reruns? What if every second of your life, every decision you make already happened once? It may sound crazy, but physics doesn't say impossible. Physics says we don't know. Evidence for cycles? Penrose's theory speaks of cosmic imprints from before the last big bounce. Patterns in the sky that shouldn't be there, cold spots in the cosmic background, lost quantum information. Quantum physics claims information is eternal. If everything repeats, each universe is a reflection of the previous one. Like a loop, like an echo. It can't be ruled out. Because maybe what we think is unique is just another episode of an endless series. The biggest question, if the universe resets again and again, do we remember? Maybe not consciously, but maybe that's where déjà vu comes from. The feeling that you've seen, experienced something before? Maybe that's why we keep asking, is there a deeper meaning? Because if it's happened before, maybe there is. Maybe right now you're replaying a story that was written long ago. And the most important question is, will anything change this time? If you made it to the end, maybe you've already been here, but this time, subscribe. Maybe next time we'll know more. Phenomenon Frontier, where science doesn't let you rest.